Twins share a special bond that makes their relationship truly unique. When one baby was on the verge of dying, his parents placed him next to his twin, and what happened next brought everyone to tears. When you witness it, you won't be untouched. As we grow up, many of us talk with our partners about how many children we'd like to have. If their number differs from ours, it might spark a conversation, though nothing too serious. These light-hearted discussions are part of what makes relationships so special. Like many couples, Brandy Gettler and Tommy Buckmeyer had similar conversations while dating. They also dreamed of giving their future children the best of everything. However, while envisioning a perfect future, they overlooked the fact that life doesn't always go as planned. Eventually, the couple got married and Brandy became pregnant. A few weeks later, a scan revealed they were having twins. Brandy and Tommy had always been big fans of twins. Each time they went out, they admired twin kids in striking matching outfits. There was just something about it that sent chills down their spines. Some of these twins were identical, and some were not, but it didn't matter to them. Whether identical or not, these lovebirds just wanted their own pair of twins. 9 months into the pregnancy, Brandy went into labor and soon welcomed her babies into the world, Hawk and Mason. Even though Brandy had seen many cute babies before, she thought hers were the cutest, typical of all mothers, and Tommy couldn't stop shouting about how he was the luckiest dad in the world. But their joy didn't last long, not even for an hour. Shortly after the birth of the twins, the doctors called Tommy into the consulting room. This was unusual, so Tommy hoped it wasn't terrifying news, but maybe it was already too late. When the doctor explained the situation, Tommy clenched his fists hard, the only way he could hold back his tears. One of the twins, Hawk, was diagnosed with congenital diaphragmatic hernia, a rare condition affecting the lungs. According to the doctor, Hawk was in a grave state. Tommy went back to Brandy's room, and when she saw him, she knew something was wrong. Placing his hand around her neck, he told her their baby was dying. Just a few minutes ago, they were the happiest parents on earth, and now they were the saddest. But they didn't want to give up, not yet. "We're going to fight for him," Brandy told Tommy, and they said a quick prayer together. The little boy just had to live. He deserved to talk about football with his twin brother, play video games, eat spicy chicken, and maybe even fall in love and have kids someday. All of these thoughts crossed Brandy and Tommy's worried minds. They just wanted Hawk to survive and enjoy the little but priceless moments life offers. Was that too much to ask? Well, sometimes yes. Overcome with emotion and fear, the couple turned to social media, sharing pictures of the boys and asking people to pray for Hawk. The story caught the attention of many, and prayers flooded the comments section, but Hawk didn't improve. As days passed, the couple realized little Hawk probably wouldn't make it. Now, they only had one wish. They wanted the boys to at least have physical contact one last time. Luckily, 11 days later, they got their wish in a way they could never have imagined. That day, the boys were placed beside each other, and everyone gathered to watch. It was such an emotional moment. Tommy and Brandy held hands, trying to stay strong, while their little boys had a special twin moment. The moment Mason felt Hawk, he reached out for his arms. It was as if he knew Hawk was a part of him. Then something even more special happened. While holding his twin brother's arm, Mason flashed an incredible smile. As soon as Brandy and Tommy saw the affection between their boys, they felt at peace. They were glad the boys shared that moment before anything happened to Hawk. Although it was heartbreaking, they accepted that Hawk could no longer fight. Now the little boy could take the eternal rest he deserved. A few days later, Hawk passed away peacefully. Brandy and Tommy wrote a post to inform the public who had been praying for their beloved son. "Our hearts are heavy this morning as our sweet little man was called home to be with Jesus. He passed very peacefully, and we know he's no longer suffering." Even though Mason would grow up without his brother, that embrace gave him the best parting gift ever. It's also fortunate that Brandy and Tommy captured the moment on camera. That way, Mason would also get to see it. It wouldn't be just hearsay. When twin girls Kyrie and Brielle were born, one was dying. But when a nurse placed Brielle beside her twin sister, something remarkable happened. In 1995, Kyrie and Brielle were born in a Massachusetts hospital, arriving 12 weeks before their due date. They were in pretty bad shape, weighing only about 1 kilogram each. The usual practice in such cases is to place the babies in incubators to reduce the risk of infection. The girls were placed in separate incubators to avoid cross-infection. As the days went by, Kyrie's condition improved, and she even gained weight. But Brielle moved at a much slower pace, constantly crying and screaming. Nothing the doctors did could soothe her. Worse, she wasn't gaining weight and had breathing and heart rate problems. Despite their best efforts, Brielle's condition continued to deteriorate. One nurse, Gail Kasparian, who had a soft spot for twins, did everything she could to help Brielle. She held her, wrapped her in blankets, and spent time wiping mucus from her nose, but nothing seemed to work. The medical team kept trying their best, but time was running out. At this point, in a desperate attempt to save Brielle, Nurse Gail had an idea. She thought of placing Brielle next to her twin sister so they could feel each other's presence. This practice was against hospital rules, but Nurse Gail could no longer bear seeing Brielle fight for her life alone. So she carried the fragile baby and placed her in the same incubator as her twin sister Kyrie. As soon as the nurse closed the incubator door, Brielle immediately snuggled up to her sister. In that moment, everything changed. Within minutes, Brielle's blood oxygen levels improved, and she soon drifted into her first long, peaceful sleep. Weeks passed with Brielle by her sister's side, and she gradually recovered. Her skin regained a healthy color, her heart rate stabilized, and her temperature returned to normal. One day, something even more heartwarming happened, and a photographer from a local newspaper captured the moment. While Brielle slept, Kyrie reached out and wrapped her arm around her sister. The photograph, shared online, went viral almost instantly, showcasing the healing power of touch. Had Nurse Gail not placed the twins together, this beautiful moment might never have occurred. Today, this method has helped save the lives of many premature babies. So how are Brielle and Kyrie doing now? Even after all these years, they still sleep together and, unsurprisingly, still snuggle. Whether it's skin-to-skin contact between premature babies or a mother and her newborn, a simple touch can make all the difference. Even a hug for a heartbroken friend, a sick sibling, or a struggling stranger can change their life, turning their darkest day into a brighter one. I'm really keen to know your thoughts on this story, so please don't hesitate to share your insights in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video and found it engaging, I invite you to subscribe to our channel for more similar content. Feel free to share this video, take good care of yourselves, and I'm excited to connect with you in our future videos.